Hello, 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 everyone. Let me make sure we're good. Hello. Hello, everyone. Let me turn this volume down for you be yelling at me about my volume thing. I'm so excited. We have some more panelists that we're waiting to get in to come on. So I have David. Counselor Corner. I got the man. Listen, y'all, the other panelists, please come in because David is a man of very few words. He's an action person. So y'all cannot have him on here by himself getting interrogated by me. That would not be good. That would not be good, right, David?
I'll probably flip it, whatever. I'll probably flip it and take over after a while when I see that you coming. How you coming? I told you I'm a counter puncher.
See, y'all gotta watch him. But this is good. I thank you guys for coming on the 3 hours reflection, recovery, and redemption page. We're sharing this on YouTube as well. So make sure you guys are hitting the YouTube. I'm very excited tonight because our panelists tonight are all men. So they'll be able to gauge you women and be able to answer some of the questions that we have, as well as give us the dialogue that we need. Yes.
I'm sorry I'm late. I apologize. What's up, C2?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, you got it.
I love
my
it.
My brother gave me a holler, so I had to holler. I was like, yo, about to go on right now. But I had to talk to you. So.
I'm excited. I can't even get my words out. We have David Glover on here, the Counselor's Corner, the man, okay? Wisdom. He specializes in this stuff, counseling. He likes to get into people's heads. He's like the silent person, I'm gonna get you. And then we have none other than Pastor Bishop Marcus Hill, the relationship.
Oh, no. Brother Marcus, I'm good. That bishop stuff is dangerous.
He said, Brother Marcus, you ain't got to do all that extra stuff. You ain't got to do all that.
No, that stuff is dangerous.
Oh, it's good. But I'm excited tonight, my brothers, because I got a slew of questions from ladies. When I put that out there to put your questions, give me your questions, ladies, I was like, okay. I started had to copy and paste them and put them in my notes because it was so many questions and they were inboxing me like crazy. So y'all better be ready because the ladies ready for y'all.
We ready.
I see that face?
Ready.
They ready for y'all. Are y'all ready for them tonight?
We ready. As much as
we ready.
Okay, so ladies, we have questions we have to ask these men because we need to know. We are not men. We are not in their heads. Men, as I always stated, and these two men on here can correct me and the other panelists that are coming on, men are simple. Simplicity is their life. They like simplicity. They like peace. They like the just A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Anything outside of that, they looking at you like
what?
Pretty much.
So I know just that little bit, just basically from the men in my life and my sons, as well as my ex-husband, my brothers, and these brothers here, my male friends. Simplicity is grand for them. Okay. So we're going to talk about some questions. We're going to be able to let them engage with you. You could be able to ask questions as well. I'm going to be following this stream, so I'll be able to see your questions, but we have a slew of questions. So tonight we're going to open up to the questions that we have tonight. I'll give the opportunity for the men to talk. I'm just asking the questions. They are giving you the answers. I am not a man. I'm just a host that is just navigating this all, and I'm going to be gaining information just like all you women are tonight. Okay? I'm just letting you know. This is their show. I'm just the host. Okay? All right. Okay, guys. So how are y'all tonight? Can y'all give us a small little introduction for you guys? David, you're first, and then Brother Marcus, you're second.
Well, I'm David Glover. Originally from Niagara Falls, New York. Currently residing in Baltimore. Been here, I think it's going on like 18 years. Worked for the Baltimore County Public School System as the department chair of school counseling at Golden Ring Middle. Before I came here, did many jobs like drug and alcohol rehab, psychiatric adolescent adult units. What else? It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I've done accomplished. Also, I'm a author of 2 books. I'm gonna say two. It's 3, but it's one of them is revised, so it's really 2. So Cocktail Conversations by the Controversial Counselor, and also No Friday Foolishness. I also have a podcast that I do on Monday nights that Anetta joins me as far as that. Call it like the Counselor's Corner, and we kind of talk about day-to-day situations. And I get a lot of slack from the Counselor's Corner on social media, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm not going to get into all the boring stuff, and my alias is the Controversial Counselor because I like to stir the pot. I'm quiet, but I just kind of observe. It. Yeah. Dig in whenever I get opportunity.
So, Marcus,
Brother Marcus. Can you see me? Because it's not showing on my thing.
Yeah, you have 2 devices on. I'm gonna remove him. He's gonna have to come back in. Let's see. Because that echo is gonna drive me insane. Okay. So we'll wait for Brother Marcus to come in. So, David, can you give us a little more information about your book? How do we purchase the book? Where do we go get it at? Do you have a website? We need that information. People need to get a hold of your product.
Well, I have a website, info at controversialcounselor.com, but I really haven't been using the website because, when I first came out with the website, that was big, but now everybody's on, Facebook. They message you on Instagram, TikTok, and all that other stuff. So if you just hit me up on David Lorenzo Glover on Facebook, I'll get a book out to you. But it's also on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles as well. So check it out. It's a good read, especially during these, as we get into the summer, spring months, and you want to lay low and just chill and don't want no ruckus. Well, you'll probably get ruckus from reading the scenarios in the book, but you can kind of process that. It's a good icebreaker type conversation when you have grown folks over and y'all want to dialogue.
Excellent. Thank you. Brother Marcus, can you give us a small introduction about you?
Yes. So thank you, first of all, for having me on. I'm Bishop Marcus Hill, of course, as was already stated, pastor of King Glory Community Church here in Buffalo. I am also a co-author myself. One Last Try is the name of the book, which can also be found at Amazon. One Last Try. Just type in Bishop Marcus Hill and it'll come up. Myself and Minister Delindra is on that book there. It's for couples and it's for singles, people who might want to get married, and for people who are married. It's about, hey, listen, we're about to get divorced. We're about to split up. Let's just give it one last try. So that's kind of what the book entails, with some activities inside of it. Other than that, I'm just a guy that just like to have fun. I got the store here. Love Exists right here, 4301 Genesee Street here in Buffalo. All you got to do is contact me on Facebook, Marcus Hill, or you can call 716-335-0770 and make an appointment.
Yes, I got to come by Love Exists. I got to come by and pick up a few things.
Yeah, and also, hey, if you try to be married, we open too for marriage, for weddings, because we do wedding services here as well, right on site. So Las Vegas comes to Buffalo, in essence.
I ain't say that for me, but okay, all right.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, we never know. I'm not exiting out, but I'm not running to the altar either.
No, you don't want to run. You don't want to run.
So we're going to dive into some of the questions on tonight. One of the questions that came up tonight that they sent to me, what's falling in love? What does falling in love look like from a male's perspective? What do falling in love look like from a male's perspective? So I'm going to have David hit it first, and then I'm going to have Brother Marcus go. What do falling in love from a male's perspective look like?
I think it's the point of, that you, when you're not with that person, you're constantly thinking about them. You want constant communication. You look forward to spending time with them. And when you're with that person, that's all that matters. You at peace. You in your glory, and nothing else matters during that time. And you want more and more of those moments as it go on. You can never get enough. Every opportunity that you get or you can create, you're trying to spend that time with that person.
Okay. So
Good
what
stuff.
do you think?
It's kind of the same thing. However, if I was going to add something, it was simply to be, is when you're there and you're, like you said, you're smiling, and you might start small levels of public displays of affection, the holding of the hands. You might become more chivalrous. I say more because that's when your heart is starting to open, and at first it's kind of like apprehensive. I don't want to give too much too soon, too fast. So he might take his time in that department, or he might just do it right from the jump because he want to see how she responds. But once he starts falling in love, time is of the essence. He don't care. It's like, I don't care what we do. I don't care where we go, as long as I'm with you. And then he'll start talking about future things. So you got to listen to the signals. So he might start talking about the what ifs. He might bring up marriage. He might even ask something about your children and what their goals and their dreams might be. Because he might be considering investing when the time comes. So he's doing all of these kind of things, but it's just little hints, little subtle hints. But pay attention to the time that he's spending with you, because if he on the phone at 12 o'clock at night with you and y'all just supposed to be just kicking it, this dude like you. If this dude is calling you when he with his friends, yeah, this dude like you. Yeah. So, that kind of thing.
Wow. So you're stating that if someone is giving you more time, more than normal, then they definitely have an interest. Is that what you're saying?
It's about the quality of the time, not necessarily more, but it might be just the quality. So now he may start off with y'all just spending maybe an hour or two at the coffee shop or whatever, getting to know each other. Now he's like, listen, let's go to dinner, but he's careful. He's not trying to splurge too much. But now he take you to Black and Blue. And anybody in Buffalo know you ain't going to Black and Blue, just to, you like that woman if you take her to Black and Blue.
True.
So he might, huh?
That's true.
I mean, once you go to Black and Blue, where you going from there? That's at the top. Yeah. So, yeah, he take you to jazz bands, and an ultimate, and I'm careful with this, but as if he's actually going to a wedding with you as a +1.
Really?
Think about it.
David, why you mad?
Because that's you got to be serious, because that's like a major setup. Well, you kind of put on the spot. You put on the spot. Yeah, you want that drama, then you're gonna get it, because especially if the ceremony is, it's a good thing. Everything's in place. It's professional, and it's a beautiful occasion. Sooner or later, thoughts are gonna trigger the woman, and she's gonna look at you, depending on how long y'all been together.
So. Hey, fellas, I'm sorry, but I had to tell it.
That's like fire, though. That's like playing with fire, though, to me. To go to a wedding.
The question was, how do you tell he's falling in love? Not just dating. So, like, I'll use myself as an example. I'm straight not going to a wedding with a woman that I'm not 100% serious with, for the simple fact of what C2 said. Like, that's putting people on the spot. She's gonna start thinking different things. She's like, man, if he here with me in front of all my family, friends, and everybody else, I mean, it don't get no bigger than that.
Right.
He like taking a chance. That brother taking a chance doing that.
Yeah. That's a big chance. That's heavy.
Hey, you know, remember back in the day when it was like a woman would ask a guy, would you come to church with me? And you know, if he went to church with you, you might have a chance with this dude. And he'd be like, no, I ain't going to church with you because I'm gonna have to meet the pastor and everybody else. I ain't going.
Right.
So it's kind of like that.
Okay. Wow. I get it. I get what you're saying, but I guess my thought process is like, you know, for you to go to a wedding, y'all have to really be dating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, and that also depends on the woman too, because sometimes they just look for somebody like, I don't want to go here by myself, so let me get the most reliable, respectable person that can go with me. So it's a lot of slick with it too.
It's a lot of slick, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It depends on the woman too, because she could be like, well, I know that he's gonna have something to wear, he's gonna be ready, and he's a good I don't want to go there by myself because everybody else is going to have somebody, so let me call him. He's the most reliable guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one of the viewers said, which is a male, he said it's more of a woman thing to attend weddings. It's a woman's fantasy. So y'all agree with that?
I agree.
Okay. Long as y'all agree, we not like, whoa, no. Okay.
No, I mean, every man is different because, so you can't like speak for every single man, but I'm speaking in the terms of majority. And I think the person who wrote that is saying the same thing. It's more of a woman thing. Like, she wants to go to the wedding and do all this other stuff. He want to chill out at the barbecue. Let's go. We going to the cookout.
Right. But thank you guys for answering that question for us. Ladies, I hope you're paying attention. The thing that triggered the most to me, if he's on the phone talking to you 12 and 1 o'clock at night, and he's directing his attention to you, falling asleep on the phone with you, he like you.
Yeah, ain't no man. Yeah, he gotta like you.
What you say?
He gotta like you. He has to like you. He's a businessman. He's a hardworking man. Hopefully, he ain't got time to be playing around. I'm not saying there are not guys out there that does that, but we talking about real men tonight, as far as people who are men who are serious. So that's the angle I'm coming from when I'm speaking. That a man who is about his business and he's serious about his woman, he's not going to waste his time 1 o'clock in the morning just because he ain't got nothing else to do.
Okay. So I have another question. This one is real good. They say men are less emotional and not encouraged to open up emotionally. Do you find this to be true? Who do you turn to for emotional support?
Well, I think it's there's some truth to it, because that's how we've always been taught, like, not to express ourselves, open up to ourselves. And even sometimes in your family you may have especially if you have family with a lot of guys in there. Now, unfortunately, I pretty much my family's been a lot of women, so I kind of could appeal to the sensitive side of things. But I think when it all boils down to it, you have to find that person or persons that's non-judgmental, and they're gonna, no matter what, they're gonna listen, they're gonna be supportive, they're not gonna kind of ridicule or judge you, especially when you come into them with something serious. And oftentimes that may only be a couple people that you really, so a lot of times we harbor and keep a lot of that stuff on the inside and say, I'm just gonna keep busy, keep doing what I got to do, unless you hit that point that you say, I got to tell somebody, I got to open up. It's getting to me. And that's usually that person that, whether it's if you had a brother, sometimes sister, or one of your good friends, probably from college. I'm not going to say high school, probably from college, somebody who went through that struggle with you, you may be able to open up and share with them.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that was tight. Because that's really it. That's why the person who asked the question, it is something that lends to it, because we're taught to really not guard our feelings, but if you're gonna cry alone, cry on the side, cry in your bedroom, and make sure that we can't even hear you, under the pillow, crying. Guys do cry though. We cry when we're in our car and we're driving down the highway. We got to go like an hour away or something like that. We'll cry. We might let it out then. We might let it out in the middle of a worship service. So we're crying because we're worshiping, but we're also crying because, hey, I'm going through something right now. So men do cry. So they might be less emotional, but they're showed in different ways. They would definitely show it in different ways. And you just have to you got to be encouraging to a guy who's not as in touch with his quote unquote feminine side as you might want him to be. And to be honest with you, you probably don't want him to be so in touch with that side.
Right. Well, so I just got to insert. I don't really want to say, I don't really believe that men have feminine sides. I think it's more of the sensitivity.
That's why I say quote unquote. Yep.
Yeah. I know me as a woman, I don't really want no man that's feminine.
No, you don't need no softer. Yeah, but he has to be tender.
But I definitely want somebody who knows how to engage their sensitivity level with me.
Yes.
And that definitely means being more comfortable within yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to have adaptability. Certain situations you have to put on a different hat and say, I need this approach right now, or I need to be like this. But then sometimes you got to put on that hard hat and say, listen, you got to handle it like this. So I think you got adaptability is key. In a well-balanced man who can adapt both ways. If you got somebody that's too much, too soft, too feminine, that's going to be an issue. But if you got somebody too hard, the exterior is too hard and everything is like they're cold, like they don't have no feelings, that's not good either.
Got to be a balance.
Yeah, so balance is key.
Yeah, it's gotta be balance. Yeah, and I like what you said there too, because sometimes like men, a woman might not necessarily use it against him, but a woman might attack him with it. Later on down the road, she might say something slick. That's why you was using it crying and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. And if she emasculate him, it's over. It's over. It's over. That relationship's over. And it's going to be a hard time for him to probably even get it back. Depends on what kind of man he is.
So I'll say this for women. We have a horrible echo.
You got I don't know, does somebody got two things open?
I can't even hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, I couldn't hear her a second ago.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
I muted it because I wanted to see if I was the one echoing. So I'm going to mute myself again, and David, let me know.
All right. Am I echoing? I don't hear it.
Am I echoing?
Nope.
You saying it's
You
me?
said it's you, Dave.
I wasn't echoing.
I had my glitch for the day.
Hold on, let's see now. No, okay. Someone's echoing. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure who's echoing. Can y'all hear it still?
Yeah.
Okay, David, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I'll adjust the volume.
I know I got my cell phone, but the volume is down.
Okay, how about that?
Somebody said that you're echoing.
She stayed
You.
echoing.
Anetta.
Because I think what could have happened is you had one stream open, then you sent another link. So sometimes so if you didn't all the way, yeah, it was two different links. You sent one earlier, then it was a different one.
Oh, it's the same link. We're all on the same link.
No, it was a different code.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. So if that other one is still open, so like the output, input, that's what caused.
Okay, so what do I do?
You got to look on your. Somebody said David is echoing also. Yeah, and then maybe, and that might be it.
Might be all of us.
Yeah, because I had opened the original one.
Mm-hmm.
We all might have to log off and come back on.
Can I do that?
No, because you're gonna lose everybody. But yeah.
If you know, if the people come back and join us, but you gotta make sure you get out the first one.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to log off and come back on. I hope we don't lose our audience. I hope you guys can come back on with us, because the echoing is going to distort everything you're saying, and you're not gonna get the information you need. Okay. Only me and David is echoing, they say. Okay. So, David, what do I do? Do I create another link?
No, you just probably got to shut down everything, then go back into that second one you sent.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that now. Thank you.
I'm about to log out too.
All right.